Greetings YouTube, and once again we are doing my RPG tour collection, or collection of my tour, sorry. First up we have Sanctuary, a board game of Robert Lynn Asprin's Thieves' World. So technically not a role-playing game, but tangentially related to that. This is designed for 1 to 6 players, ages 12 to adult. I don't think I've ever actually played it. It's in my collection. Then we have Torg, role-playing The Possibility Wars, the battle for reality-torn Earth. It never did much for me. I know there are people out there who loved Torg. I was not amongst them. The original Fantasy Games Limited, Villains and Vigilantes. City-State of the Invincible Overlord, with an introduction by E. Gary Gygax, which had a lot of cachet at one time. Year of the Phoenix from Fantasy Games Unlimited. This was a game set in an era that you could only be inspired by the conflict between the U.S. and the USSR. This was a team of special forces that were put into cryogenic sleep, and when they come out, the Soviets have taken over the world kind of thing, and now you have to be all heroic and stuff, and uprisings and things like that. It sounds very cheesy now, because it was very cheesy then. City Tech, the Battletech game of urban combat. So again, not completely role-playing related, but, you know, sort of related. Chill, Adventures into the Unknown. I believe this is the original Chill's edition from Pacesetter. Psyworld, role-playing game of psionic powers, and that's from Fantasy Games Unlimited. So you wanted to play a psionic game in the modern world, that is the game for you. Bushido, The Way of the Warrior, The Way of Bushido, role-playing adventures in samurai Japan, which was very well executed, probably one of the best renditions of the Japanese culture in a game ever done. Glantree, Kingdom of Magic, which has an audio CD. I found a number of audio CDs in my box sets that I never really knew about. Most of them still sealed in plastic, so apparently I never listened to them. Dark Sun, The Ivory Triangle. More Dark Sun stuff. Face the Fire of the Dark Sun, a world ravaged by sorcery. I believe that's the second edition of that. I'm not 100% sure. Cyberpunk, the role-playing game of the dark future, and this box is completely empty, so I'm assuming all the books are in my other videos. We have the Corporate Reports 2020 for Cyberpunk, Volume 1, Volume 2, and Volume 3, which will be going in other locations. They were inside that box, the Cyberpunk box. The original DC Heroes role-playing game. Be part of the legend, featuring the new Teen Titans. Awesome art, folks. I really loved his art. I believe that's the original DC Adventures. We have Red Steel, Power Has a Price, for the AD&D setting, which was kind of an interesting setting in that you could become corrupted by magic, and they had some interesting races, and it had a kind of a 17th century age of gunpowder feel to it. It was quite cool. Council of Worms from TSR for AD&D. Supplement I don't think I ever actually used for anything. Cyberpunk 2020, the role-playing game of the dark future. My preference for cyberpunk settings, probably. I thought I could very well do one in Mutant Epoch, because let's face it, I'm not going to use net running anyway. Planescape from TSR, which I have to tell you, visually, that box cover just does nothing for me. I mean, I love the Lady in Pain, great symbol, but the rest of it just seems very bland. They didn't do a good job in that design in my book. Marvel Superheroes, the heroic role-playing game, which is the original box set from TSR. The Dwarven Kingdoms of Krynn from Dragonlance for AD&D. Which also has some kind of rather iconic artwork on the cover. Oops. Forgotten Realms. Kara-Tur, the Eastern Realms. Gemma World, Gemma Knights, which was interesting. I don't know if I ever actually got around to using it. I don't know if I had that when I was running the campaign that would have been appropriate in. And in that box, I found the GWG1 Adventure Mutant Master. That'll be going somewhere else now. Albedo, the role-playing game, which has a nice little warning label down here telling you that you need dice that are not included. It's a nice touch. That wasn't an era when dice were often included in things, so pointing that out was very useful. Karamakos, the Kingdom of Adventure for Mystara. I never say that word right. Another audio CD, which I've never listened to. Mega Traveler, science fiction role-playing game from GDW. I think I always kind of liked that little logo. It was kind of cool. Star Frontiers, which has really been beaten senseless because I played the heck out of this game. I loved this game. And remember, folks, this is available completely legally and free of charge if you do a search for it online. The producer of this game has made it available to everyone. So go out, get a copy. It's worth your time. Conan from TSR. A Car Wars Deluxe Supplement Dual Track from Steve Jackson Games. Again, more of a board type game, but still. Thieves World Complete Sanctuary Adventure Pack, which is empty. I'm assuming the adventures are somewhere else in my collection. Champions, the superhero role-playing game. And this is from Hero Games, and this is the original box set, I believe. I think this is the first printing. I'm not 100% sure on that. Car Wars Deluxe Edition. And last but not least in this video, the Steve Jackson GURPS role-playing, a generic universal role-playing system basic set. And I think this is first edition. It's boxed. It's 6,000. So whatever. I think that's the first edition. I'm not 100% sure.